hope you've been having a wonderful, wonderful week, little bunny. And even if not, that's okay too. Get over here. I'm squeezing you tight. I am squeezing you so tight, little bunny. And in fact, you are here with me right now as a bunny plushie. That's right. I'm holding you tight right now, little bunny. If you will channel yourself, close your eyes if you're not driving, and channel yourself into this bunny plushie of mine. Really become this plushie that I'm squeezing, I'm holding you tight, and I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you, little bunny. I'm releasing you so I can let you breathe. I'll hold you against my chest and stroke your little bunny head, little bunny hair. Topic this week is plushies, little bunny. Do you have a plushie, little bunny? I think if you don't have a plushie, you should get a plushie. Why not get a bunny plushie too? This is inspired by gold medalist women's figure skating. Well, actually, it's Olympics in general, Winter Olympics, but I just saw the video of Alyssa Liu, and she just won gold for the United States of America. I'm going to cough, hold on. And she had such a marvelous playfulness to the way that she figure skates, and certainly in that video. Check that out if you haven't been watching any Olympic stuff. I haven't really been watching much, but I took a peek at that one, and I noticed that she had a plushie, but that everyone had a plushie, and I looked it up more, and it's just a thing about the Winter Olympics kicked off by the South Koreans in, 2018 or something, Winter Olympics in Korea. And yeah, ever since then, it's been a Winter Olympics thing where the athletes get gifted little plushies. And I love that, little bunny. I should fact check. Let's make sure I did that right. 2018 Pyeongchang. I believe that's in Korea, right? South Korea, yeah. Okay. And then they did it again in Beijing. 2022, they gifted little plushies to the athletes after they do their run. And then again in Milan, 2026, where Alyssa Liu won the gold with the playfulness and looked so normal holding a plushie, right? I love this tradition, this new tradition of giving the athletes plushies. And why do I love it, little bunny? You may say, Daddy, why are you talking about plushies so much? It's because, little bunny, I don't like that plushies are considered juvenile. I don't like this idea that plushies are something you grow out of. Because that suggests, little bunny, people who would say that, oh, you need to grow out of plushies. What these people are hinting at is that you are going to inherit the world. Let's say they're talking to you when you're in adolescence, and they say you are going to inherit the world, not bunny. They would never call you bunny. They would call you by your birth name, by your full birth name, with a Mr. or Mrs. at the front of it. And they would say, you will inherit the world. And in order to run the world, you can't have a plushie. Because in this old way of thinking, little bunny, being playful is synonymous with being incompetent. Doesn't that suck? God, When did we get that idea that in order to be competent at something, you have to make your face all boring and you have to dress in muted tones of grays and beige, especially beige. And you have to make your documents look as boring as possible. Do you work in a job, little bunny? Have you worked in an office where you have to make things look really boring because, God forbid, if something looks fun and playful, they assume you are incompetent. What better way to express that you are competent in this old way of thinking? These people who told you that Mr. Given Birth Name, you have to not have plushies because you have to inherit the world. And it's true, you will inherit the world, but they think that competence is a beige suit with a collar that's too tight and pages upon pages of 8.5 by 11-inch pieces of computer paper with just plain boring text on it. And they think that is competence. This brings me back to the Olympics, little bunny. What is the Olympics other than displays of extreme competence? People achieving the highest levels that humans can achieve. And to be holding little plushies, fuck yeah, hell yeah. Let's be playful. Let's inherit the world, little bunny. Let's be the most capable generations there ever were. Let's be so capable. Let's fucking kick ass. Let's run the world in the best way it can ever be run. And let's have plushies at the same time, right? And let's have pretty things. And let's enjoy colors if you like colors. Dress in whatever wacky rainbow colors you want. Oh yeah, Alyssa Liu has like these, has silly hair, I guess you could say. How marvelous. What an approach to life, little bunny. To say that things can be fun and that fun is not on the same spectrum as I think something can be fun and quote unquote serious at the same time. I think that's where the previous generations got it mixed up. They thought fun and serious, playful and serious are on the same dimension. And they conflate serious with important. Something can be extremely important, little bunny. Solving the world's problems, extremely important. It can be playful at the same time, right? I don't know much about Mr. Beast, but I was watching an interview, and he was talking about how he's expanded his YouTube channel into philanthropy. He's done a lot of really cool philanthropy. And he doesn't do it by doing reams upon reams of boring 8.5 by 11 pieces of computer paper with nothing but block text. Block text, is that right? And a beige suit, He'll make a freaking fun video out of it. Because the mission isn't to become serious. He's the YouTube star that now he has to become serious to do great things, help run the world. Not necessary. So get a plushie, little bunny. Having a plushie doesn't mean you don't kick ass. Having a plushie doesn't mean you aren't competent. It means you're playful. It means you're fun. It means you're fun to be around. It means I'm more likely to like you. Not that it'll make me like you more, but I tend to love people who just like to squeeze things and imbue it with their love, right? It's really what a plushie is. That's the one right here that I squeezed you with. This plushie was a gift, by the way, from your very own right-hand bunny, little bunny. So this is a garden bunny plushie. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. So it's imbued with love. It's imbued with love. You may say, little bunny, what is the right-hand bunny? It is someone who helps me with the community, little bunny. So I guess before I forget, the locked section of the garden, the Patreon, is for ages 18 to 800 only. And along with it, there is a Discord community. And it's a lot of fun to make friends with your fellow bunnies. You can post a picture of your plushies on there if you want. You can talk about the deepest, darkest problems you're going through. You can show off the food you're cooking. And you can just tell me about your day. All of it. So that's part of the Patreon. You can find the links wherever they are. You're smart, little bunny. You can find it. So there you go. Squeeze a plushie tight, little bunny. It doesn't mean you're juvenile. It doesn't mean you're incompetent. It doesn't mean that you're avoiding growing up. Growing up is the wrong phrase. You just need to become more and more competent. Make sense? Am I making my point? Great. I think I'm off the clock. I don't have anything more to say. I do have a beverage. I think this one is coconut pineapple sugar-free soda made from this home, what do you call it? It's not Soda Stream. That's one of the brands. I don't think that's the brand I have. It's a little carbonate maker. Hold on. So good. I think the best gift I've ever gotten. That and when I was really young, there was a Lego castle that I thought was the coolest thing because, little bunny, it was the coolest thing. That's another brand, actually, that has since marketed towards adults, is Lego. I don't personally have Legos because I don't like the aesthetic for my own desk and studio, and I don't like having stuff very much. I like stuff. I don't like stuff. But that's another example, is that if you want Legos, little bunny, if you want to buy yourself some Legos, buy yourself some Legos. People from generations past will get confused and they'll say, but that's not serious. You have to be serious if you want to solve the world's problems. And then they tighten up their collars further in their beige suits and they go tip-tap and make ugly presentations that are boring. Times New Roman font 12, size 12, because if you don't do Times New Roman size 12, then you're not serious. Then people will think that you're not capable. So stupid, right? God, it's so dumb. So dumb to approach life that way. if to be taken seriously, you have to become boring. Don't become boring, little bunny. If you feel like the world is pressuring you to become boring, don't do it. Don't do it, little bunny. Don't become boring. Become good at what you need to do, and that's all that counts. That's all that counts. Don't be boring, little bunny. And I know you're not boring. I know you probably face pressures from the world to act more boring. Don't do it, little bunny. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm looking at my wall right here that has a bunch of different colored lights on it. Isn't that fun? I can't wait to show you this bookshelf. It's not ready yet. This lighting system that I got turned out to not work, so I ordered some lighting. I told you, little bunny, a couple podcasts ago that you had better, if you don't have a project I've assigned you one, is to make badass lights. Yeah? Get some badass lights in your room. You can figure out how to do it. So that's what I'm doing. Is I ordered some LED strips. I'm going to program them. And how will I program them, little bunny? Is it because I'm so smart and I just know how to do it? No. We're just going to figure it out. Before I forget, thank you voice notes. I haven't listened to any yet. I'm going to save it and I'm going to listen to them all at once. But for the 200th episode, if you want to write a thank you note, little bunny, or rather it's a voice thank you note, a little voice memo, record me something if you're willing to have it be, at least in part, be in the podcast. I'm going to do a little sound art piece. I don't quite know what it is yet, but there'll be a little something special in episode 200, and I'm going to use different thank you notes from either you or your fellow bunnies. So if you want to send me one, I've been getting a good number now, so I'm very happy about that. But don't miss out, little bunny. Don't miss out. If you say, Daddy, when is the deadline? Let's say the deadline is do it right now. Because I don't know, once I start making the thing, it'll be hard for me to incorporate once they come in later. I would say no deadline because I don't know exactly when the cutoff will be. But pretend the deadline is right now. So what you can do is you can go to the voice memos, voice notes, whatever it's called, on your phone. Record something. Make sure you say the words, thank you, Lindy, or thank you, Daddy, or thank you, Daddy, Lindy. And then you can email it to me. Just from there, you can hit share, email, lindy@lindy.garden. And if that doesn't work for whatever reason, you can do lindy@lindysgarden.com. No apostrophe. And that's that, little bunny. That's that. I love you very, very much. I really do love you. And I'll always, always be here. I'm getting better about posting videos. I posted one yesterday. I could use your advice, actually, if you happen to watch any of the videos, the TikTok, Instagram, just the short little clips, or YouTube shorts. Give me suggestions about what you want more of. Because it's just like it's a weird game just trying to go viral, which is a boring game to play. But if you have requests and stuff, let me know. I do want to start reading stuff from authors. So I will do that. But I'm always looking for easy videos to make. The ones with authors will require some prep work because I'm going to try and get physical copies. What else, little bunny? Oh, I've been writing music. I've been notating music, actually. I posted on the locked section of the garden the standalone string quartet that I wrote you. And I'm working on notating it because I had just written that by ear, basically, directly into the computer. I hadn't notated it, so now I'm going back and I'm notating it so that it can be played by live musicians. So that's what I've been doing recently. What have you been up to lately, little bunny? You been doing any projects? It's always good to have a project of some kind. How about something improving your home? You want to do that, little bunny? Even if you don't do that, even if you don't want to do that, why don't you do it anyway? What's one way you can improve your home? Cleaning up. I'm going to ramble off some for you, and you're going to pick the one that you can see yourself doing. Pick the easiest one of the following. Tidy up your room. It's an important one. Vacuum your room or your whole house. Mop, little bunny. You could take a cloth and a spray bottle and wipe down surfaces. You could get some decoration. You can make some decoration. You can do it for cheap, little bunny. You can do it for free. I had roommates in college who made a beautiful wall art piece using scissors, coffee filters that they cut up, and just pins in the wall. Beautiful, beautiful art piece made for $3, let's say. You can get clever. You can look up YouTube tutorials on cheap, free wall decorations. I know people sometimes, if you've ever gone to paint shops where they sell paint, you can get those, what do they call them, tabs or something? Whatever the pieces of paper that have all the different colors. And you can take them all for free. Or you can take many for free. And you can find ways to decorate your room with that. I think I had a partner who did that in college. Wall decoration with paint chips, that's what they're called, paint chips. So that's an idea for you. You can do some decoration. You can hang some stuff on your wall. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Just get a hook just on Amazon or whatever you want. Get a wall hook and then just put something on the wall. Just hang something on the wall. Something like a ukulele on the wall. Perfect. Guitar on the wall. You could. You can make a drawing, little bunny. There's cheap frames. You could print some photos and frame them on the wall. I know. I used to have a... Here's an idea for you. It's maybe a little bit silly, but maybe I should take my own advice and own up to it and say, hell yeah, it's cool, it's great, it's not boring. I was at Target a long time ago. I saw all these tiny black and white frames for very cheap. And I didn't know what to do with them. Wait, no, I knew exactly. I had an idea. I took 12 or 13 of them, of white and black frames, And then on my wall, I made a little piano. Like the piano keyboard, there's the white keys and the black keys that are in between, in groups of 2 and 3. And then I forgot, yeah. In those, I've put pictures that I had taken in New York City. This was before I moved to New York and I knew I wanted to move here. God, I totally forgot about this wall piece. And then I just kind of Velcroed them to the wall. So I had this little piano of mini picture frames that I got for very cheap. I printed out pictures that I had taken in New York. I made that my wall piece. Wow, and here I am. There's a piano right in front of me. And I'm in New York. How beautiful, little bunny, how beautiful. I'm really curious to see what kind of wall decorations you can come up with. So that's another option for you for a project, home improvement project. If you want to go intense and repaint your room, actually that helps a lot if your walls are a bit smudged up. I used to live in a basement room, and I moved out of the basement room to a room upstairs, and someone else moved into the basement room. And the basement room was a little bit dreary when I was in it. And this new person who moved in, when she moved in, she repainted the walls and the ceiling. It was still white, it was still the same color, but it was just a fresh coat of paint. And my God, did it really make a big difference. I don't understand it. It was white walls and ceiling when I was there. She comes in, she paints it white wall and ceilings, but it felt so much better. I don't know why. I don't know if it was smudges that had accumulated that just psychologically does something, or maybe the paint really does fade in some way that your eye can pick up. But regardless, maybe your project could be repainting. Especially, I think really fresh white paint looks really good. I don't like white walls personally, but a fresh white paint can really make a place pop and look bright. So that's another option for you, little bunny. You can repaint your room. You can go through your entire wardrobe of clothes, and you can donate things that you haven't worn in the past year. You haven't worn it in the past year, and you're holding on to it because maybe the day will strike you and you want to wear it. I think it's time to donate it. Just pare down your stuff. Do you live with too much stuff, little bunny? Maybe that can be a home improvement project, is to find which stuff to let go of. Find a cleaner space to live in. Make room for a plushie. You may say, Daddy, I'm drowning in plushies. In which case I say, as long as you're competent, double it. Have us fill your house with plushies. As long as you're always making yourself better. Always learning the skills. Always growing more brave. Always doing what you need to do to push the world ahead, to push you ahead. And to have fun all along the way. Because otherwise, what's the point? If the price of having a perfect world is for everyone to be boring, then what's the point? What would the point be? It's a dystopia in its own right. All problems are solved, but Fun is not allowed. Oh, God. I hope this is useful, little bunny. I hope it can be useful in any way to you. I really care about you. I want you to be happy. I really, really want you to be happy. Even if I never see your face. Even if I never, ever hear from you. Even if you feel like you could disappear and I would never know the difference. You matter to me, little bunny. And I deeply, deeply want your happiness. Even if I never, ever, ever see you. Even if I never, ever, ever hear from you. You deeply matter to me. Does everyone get this treatment? Does everyone deeply matter to me, little bunny? You're still here after hearing me do whatever I ramble about. And you're still here, and you're still listening. That means you're not anybody, little bunny. That means you're the right person for me. You and I locked together in a beautiful compatibility. So I don't care if I never see your face or never hear from you. What I care about is you. I don't care about what comes back to me. I care about you. I care about your happiness. I want you to be happy. And I want you specifically to be happy. I don't want you to present a happy facade to me. I don't need to see a fake smile. I don't need fake words of, yeah, I'm doing good. I don't need any of that. What do I need from you, little bunny? What do I need from you? I need you to be kind to yourself. I need you to smile on the inside, whether or not a smile happens on the outside. Can you smile on the inside? You're already doing it right now. I need you to receive my love, to not fight it, to not resist. That sounds dark. Stop resisting my love. But it's true, little bunny. Do you find yourself sometimes putting on armor? Like, oh no, but I can't really be loved. No, I don't really deserve the love. No. Shh, 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 shh. Little bunny, I declare. I get to choose who my love goes to, little bunny. I get to choose who's deserving of my love. You don't get to tell me. I choose you. Little bunny, you are deserving of my love. And you don't have a goddamn word in this, do you? Receive my love, little bunny. I need you to allow yourself to receive my love. I need you to allow yourself to smile on the inside and allow yourself to smile on the outside. I need you to allow yourself to be you. To not feel like you have to be in strategy mode every time you interact with someone, trying to figure out what they need. Who does this person need me to be? Let me do my Olympic personality bending, personality gymnastics to become the person this other person needs me to be. No. I don't think so. I don't think so, little bunny. A great way to find your people. Just be yourself as soon as you can. So that when someone else who's also hiding who they are, when they see you, they see who you are being the real you, they latch on, they say, oh my God, yes, this person. Come here, this person. You're ruining so many chances to meet fantastic people when you just play a part. When you try and play a role of someone else that you're not, you're just missing out on the people who maybe they're playing roles. They want to be themselves. They want to find a safe person for them to be themselves. And if you're pretending to be someone else, you're going to miss each other. You're going to go along your separate ways, not realizing you were a great match. If you can be yourself as soon as possible with someone new, great things will happen. Well, little bunny, it's about time for me to climb in bed and have a good slumber. And I will wake up tomorrow. I'll be right back here. I'll write you a poem and I will send you on your way. You'll hear from me in just a moment. Good night, little bunny. I'll be right back. Good morning, little bunny. I slept very well. Thank you for asking. Oh shit, I haven't even written you your poem. I was so excited to say hi to you. Let's see, what should we write? Put the microphone on the stand. Am I gonna improvise a poem? Oh shit. Okay. Let's do it inspired by, let's see, what did we even talk about this episode? How much I love you. Good, that's always a great topic. Plushies. That's right. How I want you to be happy. How it's not about growing up, but growing forward, being more competent. It's about being able to run the world, not put on a beige suit and make your presentations look as boring as possible. I like beige suit. Let's put that in there. I like not grow up, but grow forward. Let's write plushie in here. I like boring times New Roman 12. Boring times New Roman 12. Okay, now we got to get some stuff that rhymes with this. Plushie. I don't think I can think of anything. Forward. Grow forward. More words. More word. More words. Forward. Toward. Forward. Got nothing. Beige suit. Beige suit. Root. Like the root that you grow up around. Beige suit. Beirut. Beirut. Clay. Fruit. Yikes, we got none of these. Okay, so what are some verbish things So let's say cute. I guess that's not a verb, it's an adverb. No, it's an adjective. Cute. Competent. Run the world. Twirl. Okay, let's put some rhyming words under this. So run the world, do a twirl. Okay. Competent. Competent. Let's try capable. Cute. Oh, suit, cute, and suit. Here we go. Beige suit and something cute. Beige suit. Do we have something with beige? Beige suit. Say cute. Pray cute. Day cute. Way cute. Let's do way cute. Beige suit, way cute. I like that. Grow up but grow forward. Okay. So not all these are going to have rhymes to them. Just half of them. Plushie, tushy. Okay. Boring Times New Roman 12. Delve. Underwhelm. Solve. Meld. 12. Unwelve. Berelve. Well. Times New Roman. What if I do 12-point font? Times New Roman in 12-point font. Okay, so let's remove boring. We'll let Times New Roman 12-point font. Stand for that. Things that rhyme with font, haunt, jaunt, gaunt. This is an easy one. Savant. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Plushie holding savant. Great. Now let's remove the plushie alone. Times New Roman 12-point font. Ice skating savant. Let's do that. We'll do a little ode to our friend who won gold. Think she's a bunny? I think she's a bunny. Okay. Competent. Oh, do a twirl works for that. Where in the world? Do a twirl. I didn't even think about that. Capable and escapable. Okay. I think we have enough. Competent we might use that earlier in a sentence. Okay. So we didn't have anything but grow up, grow forward. But we have beige suit, way cute. I think grow up but grow forward. Is that a good last line? How do we open this? Let's see. I think my favorite line is Times New Roman 12-point font. I think that's going to be the second line. So, not the second line, but it's going to follow. So I'm redoing the order. Plushie holding ice skating savant and a Times New Roman 12-point font. And then I think we're going to do the rhyming scheme where it's 4 lines and lines 2 and 4 is going to rhyme. So I think I might just be explicit about the goal setting. So I watched the we'll redo this. So the Olympic gold medal routine, something like that. Ice skating savant. Which is something. People always told me competence was using Times New Roman 12-point font. Okay, so we've got, I watched the Olympic gold medal routine. No, it should be about the person who won. I watched someone win. This might not break so well into two distinct lines, but it might be one line that runs long. So I watched win the Olympic gold a plushie holding ice skating savant. I watched win the Olympic gold. That doesn't make immediate sense. Okay, the one, so it doesn't have to be me. The one who won gold. The one who won. The one who won Olympic gold. That also doesn't. The woman who won Olympic gold was a plushie holding ice skating savant. And I know that everyone got plushies, but it's still true. And it's kind of fits her personality more than others. Okay. The woman who won Olympic gold was a plushie holding ice skating savant. Which is odd. Grown-ups always told me competence. This is too long. Competence was using Times Roman 12-point font. So, which is odd, grown-ups always told me. Doesn't make sense. I bet. I bet she heard growing up. Competence was using Times New Roman. We'll have to come back to that. Okay. I almost want to pause because this is probably boring for you, but maybe it's a little window into what I do for you every week. I'm working on Run the World to do a twirl. You see? So capable. I think we might do two, just each line rhyming actually. And then we'll change escapable to inescapable. So when you see an athlete so capable, the deeper truth becomes inescapable. The deeper truth revealed is inescapable. Becomes inescapable. To run the world, you can do a twirl on ice. We might do a totally different rhyming scheme. I think we'll improvise that. So that to run the world, you can do a twirl, not on ice, but on ba, ba, ba. Okay, we'll do 3 little beats there with underlines. Okay, let's go back up. Let's save this also. 26 February 20th. Okay. Beige suit. Would you rather be boring and wear a beige suit, or wear sparkles and colors and be totally way cute? Do you not feel like growing up? If it means da da da, da 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 da. Okay, we have some blanks there. A woman. So back now, it's a Times New Roman 12-point font. That is a standalone line. There can't be anything before that. So I'm playing around with Alyssa, the Olympic gold victor. It's a plushie holding ice skating savant. Ice skating savant. Da 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 da. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 of something. Competence was using. Da 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 da. Competence was using. So, how many times had Alyssa been told, the plushie holding ice skating savant, that competence was using Times New Roman 12-point font? There we go. That to run the world, you can't do a twirl. Not on ice, but on not on ice, but on something land. Land and then understand. Put land in there and let's put understand below. Not on ice, but on okay. And then we have the word competent, and then when you see an athlete so capable, the deeper truth is, I think, is instead of becomes. So maybe we're going to put that up, a paragraph, a stanza. And now it's positive. So that to run the world, you can do a twirl, both on ice and in offices on land. I like that. Okay. I'm going to add was defined as using. That competence was defined as using. That's better than that competence was using. Okay. And then I have a paragraph or a stanza that's not done. It says, do you not feel like growing up if it means blah, 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 blah. Not grow up but grow forward. I think the reason I'm holding on to that is because I wanted to either not grow up but grow forward. But I think we'll just cut that paragraph. Usually if you're debating cutting something, it's better just to cut it. Okay, so excuse me. Let's delete understand and competent. Okay, here's what we've got so far, top to bottom. Would you rather be boring and wear a beige suit, or wear sparkles and colors and be totally way cute? How many times had Alyssa, and it says been told, but that's too long there. How many times had Alyssa, the plushie holding ice skating savant, been told that competence was using times... Okay, we're going to go back to the competence using. So how many times had Alyssa, the plushie holding ice skating savant, been told that competence was using Times New Roman 12-point font? When you see an athlete so capable, the deeper truth is inescapable. I think when you see a playful athlete so capable, that's the key word here, not just an athlete. When you see a playful athlete so capable, the deeper truth is inescapable. That to run the world, you can do a twirl, both on ice and in offices on land. Okay, I think we've got that. Now I'm going to take a sip of my cold brew. What wisdom can I impart on you in that process, how you saw that process? Just kind of keep moving. Give yourself permission to write and delete and write and delete and scoop around. Don't just sit there with the little cursor blinking and you're like, what do I write? What do I write? What do I write? You can bounce around, write something, write this here and there, little scratch notes. It'll take shape. Okay. Your poem that I wrote for you, little bunny. Hold on. Okay. The poem that I wrote for you goes like this. Would you rather be boring and wear a beige suit, or wear sparkles and colors and be totally way cute? How many times had Alyssa, the plushie holding ice skating savant, been told that competence was using Times New Roman 12-point font? When you see a playful athlete so capable, the deeper truth is inescapable. That to run the world, you can do a twirl, both on ice and in offices on land. Have a great, great week, little bunny. I treasure you. I truly treasure you. I love you. Let's get you having the best week you can ever have. Sound good? Deal? All right, let's do it. Take care. I love you. I love you. I love you.